I don't think he's going to go back on his word. You're talking about Putin. I don't think he's going to go back on his word. I've known him for a long time. We've always gotten along well. I think he'll be okay. But if he isn't, I was disappointed in a certain way. Some of the things that were said over the last day or two having to do with Zelensky, because when he considers Zelensky not credible, he's supposed to be making a deal with him, whether you like him or you don't like him. So I wasn't happy with that. But I think he's going to be good.
US President Donald Trump has expressed growing frustration with Russian President Vladimir Putin over the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, saying he's pissed off at Putin's approach to a potential ceasefire. In an exclusive interview with NBC News, Trump warned that he would impose hefty tariffs on Russian oil exports if Moscow does not agree to a truce within a month. The US president indicated that the tariffs could range from 25% to 50% on all oil sold by Russia, affecting countries that continue to buy oil from the Kremlin. Trump emphasized that under his proposed plan, nations purchasing Russian oil would be barred from doing business in the United States. During the interview, Trump said, and I quote, "If Russia and I are unable to make a deal on stopping the bloodshed in Ukraine, and if I think it was Russia's fault, which it might not be, but if I think it was Russia's fault, I'm going to put secondary tariffs on all oil coming out of Russia. That would mean if you buy oil from Russia, you can't do business in the US. There will be a 25% to 50% tariff on all oil." Trump's sharp comments come after a public confrontation between Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Earlier in the week, Putin suggested that Ukraine might be placed under a temporary UN-led government to organize elections before any peace talks could take place. Trump, who had previously criticized Zelensky, was furious over Putin's comments about the Ukrainian leader. Trump said, "I was very angry, pissed off. When Putin started getting into Zelensky's credibility, that's not going in the right direction, you understand?" He argued that pushing for new leadership in Ukraine would only prolong the conflict, stressing that the key to resolving the crisis was making a deal with the current leadership. Trump also made clear that his decision to impose tariffs would depend on whether Russia is to blame for the lack of progress towards a ceasefire. However, he indicated that he would quickly back down if a resolution was reached. He said, "The anger dissipates quickly. If Putin does the right thing, I'll talk to him and we'll make progress." While the tariffs could have a significant impact on Russia's oil exports, the effectiveness of such measures remains unclear. Currently, Russian oil is already subject to extensive sanctions from the United States, European Union, United Kingdom, and other G7 countries, with China and India being the two largest buyers of Russian oil, according to the International Energy Agency. The diplomatic tension between Trump and Putin marks a significant shift in the tone of US-Russia relations, especially as Putin faces increasing international pressure over his handling of the war in Ukraine. Trump's remarks come at a time when the Kremlin has agreed only to limited ceasefires and is still raising doubts about the feasibility of a full peace settlement. For more updates on the Russia-Ukraine war and ceasefire talks, stay tuned to the official YouTube channel of the Indian Express.